When it comes to the world of mechanical keyboards and cheap mechanical keyboards especially, there are very few keyboards targeted specifically towards enthusiasts. Because honestly, most companies know that enthusiasts are willing to spend a little bit more on their mechanical keyboards and generally have a bit more of money dedicated to getting a mechanical keyboard. However, not everyone is rich, not everyone can afford it, but a lot of people still want to explore the world of custom niche mechanical switches and custom keycaps and stuff like that. So what do you do then? Well, my recommendation is to check this one out. This keyboard is made in the Philippines, I think, or from a company in the Philippines, Tecware, and it has a lot of features that make it an extremely good option for anyone looking for a cheap, enthusiast-friendly keyboard. If you want to ask any questions or there's anything you want to say to me, ask away in the comments or follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I reply to you on any single platform, really. Let's start off with the design of this keyboard. This is where the enthusiast-friendly thing starts. So it's a gray-black kind of a monochrome clean aesthetic going on, and I think that's really, really awesome. I mean, of course, if you ignore the fact that it's RGB. If you ignore the fact that it's RGB, it really has a nice, decent aesthetic all around. It's clean, it's simple, it's not vulgar, it doesn't stand out, and it doesn't have gamery features. And this is good for enthusiasts because this makes more your keycap, your customized keycap choice a lot easier. You don't have to worry about color combinations clashing and things like that. You can literally go and get whatever keycap you want, and it should look pretty good on this. The keycaps do have a bit of a gamery font, which is a negative, obviously, and I'm not a fan of the font of the keycaps, but apart from that, literally everything on this is quite clean and quite good looking that I can't complain. There is a little Tecware Phantom logo on the right here on top of the arrow keys, and there are two LEDs, one which is a caps lock light and one is a Windows lock light. The Windows lock light indicates whether your Windows key is locked. So during games you can press FN Windows to basically prevent you from accidentally out-tabbing out of the game by pressing the Windows. A nice touch. But we'll talk more about the features later. Let's stick to the design here and go to the back. Now this part of the keyboard does have most of its weaknesses in terms of design. It looks a bit gamery, it's a bit vulgar, but hey, at least it's on the bottom and you don't have to look at it like 99.9% of the time, so that is perfectly fine. And on the bottom of the keyboard you find more enthusiast-friendly features. So you've got some kickstands, which should be on every single keyboard you get nowadays anyway, two rubber feet to prevent it from sliding around, areas to route your cables to different places, and a keycap puller and a little place to put your keycap puller, which it comes with. This really indicates to you, what kind of keyboard it is. They expect you to switch the keycaps, which is maybe why they give you such crappy keycaps, but it's very nice at least that it does come with a keycap puller. I think that's a very, very nice feature, especially if you're an enthusiast looking to switch out your keycaps. Oh, by the way, this keyboard also comes in full size and it's not just 10 keyless. So if you wanted a full-size keyboard that is of this model with these specifications, you can get it. But I like 10 keyless because it gives me more space on my desk. Let's talk about the cable here. We have this kind of a braided cable. It looks good, I think, but it is not detachable, so you can't actually replace it. So you better be happy with a thick, chunky braided cable. You have to. You don't have a choice in this matter. For me, I don't care because I don't really give a damn about custom braided cables. My desk is made messy as hell anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you do care about it, then I guess you have to look elsewhere. Now we've talked about design, let's talk about the build quality of this keyboard. Honestly, it's really, really good, with the exception of the keycaps. The keycaps are thin, they're plasticky, they're ABS, and they really are the weakest link in this keyboard. But at least they're replaceable, so you can get another set of keycaps and replace them very, very easily without any concern. So that is not too big of an issue. But if you don't plan to replace your keycaps, then they are quite a letdown in terms of quality. But it's a cheap keyboard, so I guess you could give it a bit of leeway here and there, but they're not that great at all. But everywhere else, the build quality is excellent. So the back plate of this keyboard is metal. It's aluminium, which gives it a very rigid feel. There's literally no flex at all. The case overall, well, being plastic, still feels pretty decent in the hand, and it feels very hefty, which gives it a lot more of a premium and expensive feel than it actually costs, which is very nice. The cable, while permanently attached, is unlikely to break off anytime soon, especially if you're not moving it around, and it's thick, chunky, and braided very, very well and firmly, that I'm very assured that it will last for a long time. So good on you, Tecware. The build quality is excellent. Now let's talk about the RGB, which is another big feature of this keyboard. It might not be an enthusiast feature, but I'm sure a lot of you want to know about it. It's good, it's bright, it's customizable, and it's efficient, it's effective, it looks great. It is not completely 100% customizable, even in Tecware's software, but it still has a lot of features. It has all your cycling, rainbow modes, it has your breathing modes, your reactive typing modes, and all that stuff that you want. You can set the colors, set the speed, and set the direction of such patterns as well, if you so desire. But it does not have, you know, single key special customization even in the Tecware software, which is fine by me because I don't really care about it. However, if you do want to something that did that, then you might have to look elsewhere. But personally, as an enthusiast, if you're buying custom PBT keycaps and stuff, chances are you don't really give a damn about RGB. Like, you know, this is what a custom PBT keycap set looks like. By the way, this video might be up on my channel, so you can go check it out. A custom PBT keycap set will usually look like this. So as a result, you know, you don't really need to care about RGB because it doesn't shine through anyway. But if you do, the RGB on this keyboard, really not bad at all. It's bright, it's efficient, it's effective. I like it, for me at least. Okay, let's talk about the switches, which is where we start to reach the point where I explain why this keyboard is so good for enthusiasts. Let's talk about the switches first, like that it actually comes with, which is like a spoiler as to why this keyboard is so good. The switches that it comes with is the Tecware Phantom branded switches, which are actually, I think, Otamus that are rebranded. I have the Otamu blues here, the Tecware blues here, and they are alright. You know, they're clicky, they're a bit scratchy. You can check out my Gateron versus Otamu comparison video linked here, if I remember to link it. And it essentially is good enough for a mechanical keyboard, but not the best and not the most amazing for an enthusiast. It is good, but no cigar, you know? But it's okay if you don't like these switches. It's perfectly okay if you don't like any of the Tecware switches. They have brown switches, red switches, and blue switches, which are clicky, which are tactile, linear, and clicky respectively. And it's okay if you don't like any of these switches. Because once you buy this keyboard and you save up your pocket money or your pay for a couple of months or a month or two, and you can suddenly buy replacement switches for this keyboard. And that is where the killer feature of this mechanical keyboard comes in. The switches, every single switch on this mechanical keyboard is hot swappable and replaceable. Without soldering any fancy tools or anything, you can replace every single switch on this keyboard. And this is why I call it the ultimate in terms of a cheap, enthusiast-friendly keyboard. Because if you're an enthusiast, the things that you want to explore on the keyboard are probably to customize your keycaps and also customize your key switches. With this keyboard, you can buy switches from Tecware and I think other providers, and you can instantly hot swap out mechanical keyboard switches without any screwdriver or soldering at all. You just need a little tool that comes in a box. Pull out switches and put in whatever switches you want to try. You want to try Nova key switches, cream switches, put them in there. You want to try Gateron ink switches, put them in there. You want to try standard cherries, put them in there. You want to try, I don't know, you want to try Kale box switches, jade switches, put them in there. Without any hassle, without any fuss, and with minimal cost, you suddenly have a keyboard that allows you to explore the world of mechanical key switches without much difficulty or concern at all. And that is why I think this keyboard is so good for enthusiasts. Because if you're an enthusiast, there's a very high likelihood you want to try these niche obscure switches, and these niche obscure switches are really good, having typed on them myself. I don't own any, unfortunately, at this point, but maybe one day Tecware will send me them, or like I'll be able to afford them. But cause this keyboard is hot swappable and cheap, you can essentially have a platform to expand and try out different key switches for a very low cost, because buying a set of 40 key switches is going to be cheaper than buying a mechanical keyboard and, you know, a mechanical keyboard kit with a PCB and stuff and assembling it to make a custom keyboard. So because of this keyboard is brilliant and awesome for any of you hobbyists and people who are collectors and explorers in this world of mechanical keyboards. Let me put it like in perspective for you. So this mechanical keyboard costs like 60 USD, and a set of Novo key switches, cream switches for example, cost like I think 50 USD from Tecware themselves. This adds up to about 110, 120 US dollars, which if you compare to what you can get in terms of like custom assembled keyboards, you're looking at a really good deal, especially because this has the support of Tecware, so warranty support. This has RGB, this has software control, this has features that you might not find on a cheap custom mechanical keyboard. And on top of that, you have the ability to hot swap even further. So if you get bored of those cream switches, you don't have to spend $100+ on a new keyboard. You can just spend another 50 bucks and get a different kind of switches, swap them out easily, and bada bing, bada boom, boom, you've got a whole brand new experience ready for you in terms of typing. This is what I love so much about this keyboard. Good job to you, Tecware, all you fellas down in Philippines. To my Southeast Asian brothers, really, I'm very happy with what you did with this keyboard. That feature to me is honestly a killer feature if you are an enthusiast. And that's why I didn't title this video the best cheap mechanical keyboard, because I think the Magic 468 is still up there when it comes to cheap mechanical keyboards. This feature is why this video is titled Best Cheap Enthusiast Mechanical Keyboard, because it really is that good for enthusiasts who want to explore the world of keyboards. Really good keyboard. I really like it. Okay, so that's it for this video. It's a bit positive, but I can assure you I wasn't paid by them or anything. In fact, they offered to send this keyboard over, but they didn't. So Tecware, if you're watching, please, I would love to check out more of your stuff. You really impressed me with this keyboard. But no, all my opinions on this video was mine, and I was positive because I genuinely really like this product, and if you are an enthusiast, I thoroughly recommend it. If you're a pure gamer and you just wanted a mechanical keyboard, you don't care about the hot swappable switches, there are cheaper RGB mechanical keyboards out there, I know. But if you are someone who's an enthusiast but can't afford to get onto the high-end custom build mechanical keyboard train, then this might be a great pre-built option that is cheap, easy to get your hands on, and an awesome option nevertheless. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please, linked down below. And there's that. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. Goodbye.